Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. In the last part, we went through the Tower of Babil's lower portions, and lost 2 of our party members within 4 minutes.
It's okay, Sid wasn't that useful, was he?
Fair. But Yang though, the mustache.
That's
and also,
fair.
we have Ironbacks. Ironbacks have only 100 HP. You're supposed to actually run into these guys outside near Eblan Castle. They have just over 1,000 experience points, 233 gil. Don't really drop anything of note except for maybe an X potion, which is very rare. They're not really weak to anything.
Oh, hello.
Hello, random town. Yeah, they got me in here and everything. 700 gil. Why not?
I've only recently had money problems with the Final Fantasy games. I've finally learned how expensive a lot of items are.
Yeah, if you got a way for it, it's pretty ridiculous. And even then, like, some RPGs get really ridiculous, like, not Final Fantasy, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I just bought an item for a side quest that cost me 500,000.
Ew.
Out of my 700,000.
Wow.
You got 600,000 for completing that side quest, but even then, there's a core crystal even to get among the blades that is another 500,000. Also, I bought some stuff there. I bought a boomerang, a black robe, and that's about it. The black robe is very interesting in that it gives, I think it's like 5 intellect. Actually, no, wait, I have that backwards. Black robe gives 8 defense, 7 magic defense, 7 magic evasion, and 5 intellect. Yeah. However, in the Super Nintendo version, and particularly the easy type version, I think it is, it's bugged to give you 5 spirit, which means it's useless for Rydia.
Cry. It's too bad.
I forget if the American Super Nintendo version had it like that.
They could have fixed it.
Well, Easy Type came out afterwards is what I'm trying to remember because it's been a while.
New enemy. We have the Bloodbat. Weak to fire and absorbs lightning. They're weak to throwing items. 439 HP, 27 magic points, 1977 EXP, 262 gil. They can drop potions and high potions.
And they have that Blood Feast ability again that I absolutely despise because it takes forever. But yeah, fire is very good against them. And that's all there really is to these guys. They're basically just upgraded vampire bats from the low.
Oh yeah, they're susceptible to literally everything except for pig, small, and toad.
The 3 that matter. Well, I guess aside from sleep. The prince went alone. You fool! You failed as a guard.
Oh no.
Oh, high potion, nice. Final Fantasy IV is probably one of the few games where I don't find myself using potions later on. Because I usually like keep my stock up of potions and then use them as like the minimalist heal.
Yeah.
But given the low inventory space, I actually end up getting rid of my potions or at least storing them away in preference to high and X potions.
Alright, the next enemy is not on my list for some reason because I did not receive those.
What are we supposed to be looking? Oh, wait, I actually remember. I was looking at my notes like 2 days ago and I realized I had blood bones in my enemy notes twice, so I guess I thought I ran into them here first for some stupid reason. We ran into these guys on Mount Hobbs. But hey, at least we get to say that we're killing steel golems very easily now. In fact, golems are very susceptible to hold, so in general, if you ever run into a golem-type enemy, hold is a very good way to stun them.
That's a good thing to know. I did not know that. Because I was about to say, because I got really scared there, because I was like, oh god, did he send me something and I screw it up again? I got scared.
No, that's on me. I was like looking at my notes, even like, did I leave a battle and accidentally thinking I hadn't run into the enemy yet? Whoops. And I think that's happened once in every Final Fantasy game, so I don't really have to worry about it.
It's fine. Oh, I was about to say you didn't pick up that treasure earlier. What the heck?
Because I have to come down this way.
The only game I find myself using potions in a lot is 9, 10, and 12.
Yeah, 10 especially, potions are really good, especially with Riku's auto potion ability.
Yes, I love Riku.
It can become everyone's, but Riku's the one that starts with it.
Well, I personally just like her mixes with the potions.
I will always say, especially when I eventually get to Ep.10, my main party for endgame stuff is going to be Riku, Waka, and Titus, because they're the 3 fastest and they have the best limit breaks. Or overdrives, rather. Combined with the fact they're the 3 that can swim, which for post-game stuff means they're the only thing you really can use for consistency's sake. And now we got more steel golems.
Nice. I love the sound of Final Fantasy music when it's sped up like this and all chipmunked. Oh, Gaia Hammer, good. Not that you can use it anymore.
Yeah, nope. But we did get the Blood Sword. And Blood Sword in this game does what you expect it to. It saps HP away, but it also does damage against a specific enemy type. I forget which one off the top of my head. In fact, I'm going to look that
Doesn't it have, like,
really
super low accuracy, though?
I guess I'll find out, because I honestly forget. I rarely use the weapon.
Because the only games I can think of where it doesn't have low accuracy are 9 and 2.
So, at last we meet for the first time for the last time.
Rubicante, we meet again. Oh, and that's the Prince. Edge. Something tells me that's not his real name.
It's pretty edgy.
Haha, I get it.
I
Damn,
see
that's a nice cape.
Ooh.
It's
Got
485
polka
damage.
dots
That's
on
pathetic. Oh, but at least he has magic.
But this is the Fire Archfiend. Poor technique.
Yeah, poor intelligence, more like it. Inferno. Oh, it's a fire tornado.
Oh!
Oh! Oh, that didn't go well for him.
This Archfiend is not like any of the other ones we've faced. Color me impressed.
Yeah. Well, that went well for you, dumbass.
Why would you use fire on a fire enemy?
Blinding rage, maybe?
No, because when blinding rage happens.
Yeah. I love how Kane basically just talks down to him like this. Well, you are kind of bleeding on the floor. And look where that ninjutsu got you. As well as taking care of yourself. In fact, you know what? You are very weak right now.
Oh, Rydia taking charge.
I do like this moment of character development, though. Rydia, I'll bring this up again, but one of my bigger issues with 4 is that aside from Rydia and Cecil, not many of the characters get big development in this game.
That's a problem with a lot of earlier Final Fantasy games. I think the game that finally made it a big one was 5, actually. 5 did a pretty good job with character development overall. And then just kind of expanded from there.
5 also helps because it only has the 4 characters throughout the game, basically, and that's it.
That's true.
7, the game I think that did the best first was probably 7 or 8. Well, not 8, 9 rather.
It's
Yeah,
too bad.
We got a ninja.
It's too bad that 6 doesn't really have much, because the best you have for Terra is like her backstory. The best you have for Celeste is like
The whole Locke thing.
the whole Locke thing. Locke is probably the one that gets actually the most development overall, in my opinion.
Yeah. Either way, we got Edge in our party now, and I'm actually changing his equipment around. I'm giving him the dancing dagger I had on Palom earlier, as well as the boomerang. The interesting thing about Edge is that if he has a long-ranged weapon in his right hand specifically, his entire attack will count as long-ranged. I also will be giving him the power armlet in a moment, just to boost his attack a little bit more. And as you may notice, he is low level. Thus, in between that there, I grinded up to level 27.
What was his level before? I wasn't paying attention.
I think he joins at level... I actually forget already, but it only raises his HP by about 100, but he also got a Shadow Bind technique, which is... I think that's Blink, essentially? But Edge is a ninja, and he uses that very well in battle. He has a little technique page where he basically has his own little version of elemental spells, but he's also your thief for the game. If you're going to be stealing items, this is how you do it.
Oh, stealing.
Oh boy, balloons. I believe this is mine. 697 HP, 2459 XP, 315 gil, And like most bombs, they can self-destruct. I think this one does it just based off HP. This one's strangely weak to throw elemental, but this is also the first enemy that can drop the bomb summon. And we've mentioned throughout the game, essentially, that there are rare summons that enemies can drop, but this is the last one you can chronologically run into, so it's about time we go over those. First off, there's the Goblin summon, which is dropped by, I think, just plain goblins. Which does an input, which is...
Goblins, Goblin Captains, Domovoys, and the last Goblin enemy, I think.
Sounds about right. And it deals weak non-elemental damage to one enemy. The Bomb summon is self-destruct, which deals non-elemental fire elemental damage equal to Ridio's HP. So that is potentially lethal. The fire elemental thing I should mention is only the 3D version. The Mind Flayer summon, you get from the Mind Flayers, obviously, does moderate non-elemental damage and inflicts paralyze. And then the Cockatrice summon attempts to inflict Petrify on one enemy and deals, I think, non-elemental damage in 2D, Earth in 3D damage.
I wish I could remember and confirm this, but I cannot.
It's not the most useful.
Oh,
boy,
these
more
enemies
mad
again.
ogres. Yeah, this is when you're supposed to run into these guys. In fact, this is theoretically when you're supposed to go to Castle Eblan. It's where you're supposed to theoretically train up Edge, but I did it earlier. Just get these guys minied as soon as possible and then do that. Also, we were talking about the Blood Sword earlier. Blood Sword version heals user by amount of brain. Work with me. In the 2D releases, it heals the user by amount equal to damage dealt. Reduces strength, stamina, agility, spirit, and intelligence by 5. So, that's potentially bad.
Oh. Why did you end up using Mini on an already minied ogre?
I think I was trying to get the last one with just a full-out attack, then things went bad.
Oh. Alright, now we have a sorcerer. Ooh, spooky. 1000 HP, 2359 XP, 272 gil. They can drop a healing staff, a rune armlet, a rune staff, or a grimoire.
They can also summon green dragons. And by the way, I recommend for strategy-wise, Toad the Ghost Knights. And the Ghost Knights themselves have 1050 HP, 2559 XP, 211 gil, and they can drop tents and cottages, and that's about it. I think in the Super Nintendo version, they had access to wall, weirdly enough, but they don't have anything here, I believe. Unless the wiki is lying to me, because I can't remember them using too much off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, the thing's immune to Toad. Sorcerer's immune to Toad.
And that means they're mean.
But they're not immune to Mini, though.
Yeah, that's weird and inconsistent. Toad and Mini or something, I feel like they should be either immune to both or not. Because they kind of just go hand in hand together.
I've gotten used to the new Wikipedia setup for enemy stats, though. It's kind of nice compared to the old one.
Yeah, it's a lot more gathered in one place and adds a bit more focus. Either way, also, we should probably mention, we're back in the Tower of Babil somehow. I'm not sure how the Eblan Cave led to this, but okay.
Ooh, we have Storm Anima now. Despite its name, it takes double damage from lightning and from holy. It has 1400 HP, 2459 XP, 149 gil. It can drop bolt arrows, Thor's Rage, Zeus's Rage, and a lightning storm. Or rather, as this Wikipedia calls it, lit storm.
Ha, I get it.
I've been doing a pretty good job with those jokes recently.
Yeah. I know what I think it is? I think the reason that the Blood Sword affects certain enemy types is those weak against drain-type weapons, because it's considered that. So that's potentially useful. I think I keep it around because of that alone. Also, we got the Ashura, but I don't think I'm equipping it right off the bat because I want to keep the Dancing Dagger as well as Boomerang combo for long range.
Do you know what the deal is with that thing in the middle there?
I think that's supposed to be the thing where Luge was. I'm also not entirely sure because it could just be there for looks.
Wow, look at that HP count. Why not? Why do you no heal your party members?
Also, wait, I just realized I did put the edge of the Ashura on edge. It's at this point you can finally sell the Dancing Dagger. That was weird looking. Holy.
Oh.
Now we're rolling in it. Thanks for leaving your money around, Golbez. I'll take this and use it to go to a strip club.
She already got that porn magazine. It's fine. He doesn't... Cecil's not that thirsty, is he?
Yeah, but Edge. Oh, Edge's parents. The hell are you two doing here? In fact, aren't you supposed to be dead? Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Oh no! Lame
hell.
one-liners! But now we have to fight the King and Queen of Eblan, but this is more or less a scripted battle. Their HP and stats do not matter.
I was gonna say, oh my god, we're about to fight them. I don't have any stats.
Best strategy I can get for this, just do damage. Really, it's about it. Keep your HP up, but you don't really need to at the same time due to reasons.
Can you just... Is the script thing time-based?
It's to this day I honestly cannot tell.
Because you could probably just sit there and take it, and then...
To this day I cannot tell. I think you do have to do some attacks, but I think it might be some amount of turns for the enemies. So, I don't know. Gotta say though, really upgraded sprites for these two. Because in the original Super Nintendo Game Boy Advance versions, these two looked ugly as all hell.
Yeah. Having
actually,
that from mom and dad. Oof.
Distinctly remember when I first played Final Fantasy III and I saw Dorga's enemy sprite. I thought it was the Queen of Eblan. Whoa, that's a cool effect. Oh, his color's different. What the hell does this mean? King and Queen break free of the spell! Oh, they've regained sentience. Their love for their son.
What's hilarious is that you can still attack them during this cutscene.
I'm actually not sure about that.
I've done it before, but
it just wastes time at that point, I think, probably. Goodbye, parents. We'll never refer to you again, really. That scene would have more power, though, if we had more time spent with Edge at this point. Oh, there you are.
Oh, hi, Rubicante. Rubicante.
I actually really like the scene, because Rubicante is actually a pretty honorable guy. Luge did that to his parents, and he's actually very sorry about that. He wants to fight us fairly and all. This guy, he's a pretty right-up chump.
Rubicante is like my favorite sub-villain.
There's that theme again. And also Edgelord, Flood, and Blitz just in time for this fight. But he also gives you a chance to change some equipment around. You want to put the Ice Brand on for this fight. And he actually heals you. That's why I didn't use the tent at the save point down below.
Oh, why you no heal your party members? This is why. Oh, this is my favorite archfiend fight in the whole game.
I love this fight too. Rubicante has 34,000 HP, 18,000 XP, 7,000 gil. Weak to ice, but sometimes not. Kind of. You want to start this fight off with Flood just to get some extra damage in. But eventually, Rubicante will cover himself with his cape. And when he's like that, if you use ice attacks on him, he counters... Well, no, he'll just outright heal from it. And I think depending on the attack you'll use, he'll also use an ice attack on himself to add some extra HP to himself.
What's funny is actually, I don't know if this bug exists in... if this like AI script exists in the PS version, PSP version, but if you end up casting Shiva on Rubicante, he'll actually use Ice 2 on himself and do an additional damage if he is not protected by his cloak.
I was just about to bring it up. That is still in the PSP version. If his cape is open and you use Shiva, what he's supposed to be doing is doing that when his cape is closed, but they forgot to flag the script properly, I guess, and thus he'll do some extra damage against himself. I believe I have Cecil Berserk just to get out some extra damage in there. Otherwise, slow him down with Rosa, as well as Rydia through maybe a Spider Silk. And just keep an eye out. He also has an inconsistency that I'm not exactly sure what causes or not. Sometimes when he dies, I swear he has dialogue. Other times, I don't think he does.
I don't know. I've never seen him have dialogue before.
It might depend on the version. That could be it. God, that's a glam rockin' Shiva. There's that damage, and there's Blazara on yourself, you dumbass. I've had him kill himself with that before. It makes me laugh every time.
I've had that happen before too. It's the greatest thing.
Also, for some reason I forgot to mention this. We got the Ogre Killer axe earlier. You're gonna want to keep that around, actually.
I never really used it, but eventually you're probably gonna give me a decent reason as to why I should. I have to say though, sometimes the timing of this fight can suck because I'll be casting Shiva and I don't cast it quick enough, and then he'll get inside his cloak, and then I heal him. It sucks.
And then you're sad. Rubicante, though, yeah, actually, he probably is my favorite of the archfiend fights because he's the only one that you need real strategy for. Because the other ones, more or less, you can go all out, but though if you strategize correctly, you can kill Cognozo in like 20 seconds. But it takes some experience. And there he goes, grating into the cheese grater of a floor.
I never thought about that. That looks really weird.
Goodbye, you honorable man, dog, person, thing.
Dog person.
Yeah, I always thought that his field sprite kind of looked like a dog.
No.
Look at that.
I don't see it.
It's the face.
Maybe.
And that's all 4 archfiends. Overall, the 4 of them aren't actually that bad of fights, despite being hyped up as being overpowerful.
Barbaricia, why do you do this?
Okay, they gave trouble to Kenny.
Yeah,
and
it's
hey!
It's just Barbaricia. Scarmiglione and the other 2 don't really give me that much of a problem. Barbaricia, for some reason, just irks me a lot.
The Eblan people are here, and you're a bit late, guys. We kind of already killed the man.
It's okay though. We have final. Edge is happy now that he quote avenged end quote his parents.
But yeah, they bring up a good point. We don't exactly know what Golbez's end goal here is, except to get to the moon. So, the hell's going on there?
But why? There's always a what, but there's always a why.
Eblan needs you. Come on, guys. We need a ninja. Ninjas are cool, even though they have pitifully low HP in this game for some reason.
But they also steal, which is good.
In this game, stealing is very good in this game. Though the best steal game to steal things in is probably still 10 or 9, but 9 for different reasons.
I'd say 12, actually.
Yeah, I guess. It's the best way you can get Gil early on, that's for certain. Alright, let's go grab the crystals from the crystal room here in the Tower of Babil. Also, I'm going to put the Ogre Heal on because it's just stronger. I think it also has another giant...
It's a trap!
Effect. Oh, god damn it, not again.
Oh! How dare they?
Dicks. Oh, that hurt, except it didn't reduce our HP by anything. Well, we just fell a crap load of floors, so...
I actually noticed something very interesting. In Mother 3, there's a moment where Kumatora tries to attack you because she thinks you're an enemy for a minute, and then when she joins your party, she actually has some magic points missing.
I think that's... I think maybe Chuck Conroy even pointed that out in his Let's Play way back when.
Ooh!
Oh boy!
Mithril Golems. Weak to... Oh, I thought they were weak to ice, because that's how most golems are. They have 2,900 HP, 92 magic points, 703 experience points, and 445 gil. They can drop Mithril Knife, Mithril Shield, Mithril Armor, and Mithril Sword. Not that any of those are very good at this point.
They are weak against drain weapons, which means that if you have the Blood Sword equipped, or you equip it during your menu, I believe that means it'll do 4 times damage. Otherwise, just use hold on them like with the rest of the golems. You should go take them down pretty easily.
Also, the Ogre Killer... Yeah, they take four times from drain and charm weapons. I don't know what the
Ogre
charm
Killer,
means.
I think, just outright deals damage to X amount of enemy types.
Oh yeah, they're giants.
Shit. Who cares? We're gonna steal an airship, man. Now first we were the Red Wings, then they were the Redder Wings. Now we are the Readier Rings. Wings, not rings.
Reddest wings.
No, that's dumb. Readier.
Readierist. There we go.
You see, I imagine Edge is naming them that because honestly, Edge is cool, but he's also kind of an idiot.
How can Edge manage to do something like this?
I don't know, but now we have. I actually forget the name of this ship.
I don't think it has a
It
name.
yet. Either way, it can't fly over lava at the moment. At least I don't think so, but it can at least take us back over here. Back to the Dwarven Castle. Let's see what we can do here. Hello?
You should go to the inn. You seem rather
what?
tired. Oh!
Helped an old kook in trouble. He's in the infirmary. No.
Hello, King Giot.
Yeah, no, the crystals are still there. Which means the only thing we can really do is head over to the sealed cave. Great. But he's going to give us his daughter's necklace because it's the only way to get into the sealed cave. You might remember back when we did the Calcabrina fight a few parts back, I mentioned if you used warp, you could head back into the crystal room where we fought Golbez and Calcabrina and get that crystal. It's at this point where that would come into use, so you could skip that entire upcoming dungeon.
Wow. I'm going to
It's
use
only
that
the
the next
Super
time I
Nintendo
play
version.
this game.
But it's an extraordinarily silly
It's only in the what?
It's only in the Super Nintendo version, I believe. I was actually kind of sad when I learned that they had finally fixed that, because it's so funny to do. Sure, you miss out on potential levels, but hey.
You miss out on one of my least favorite boss fights.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to be storing stuff here. I believe I stored the decoys and blood sword, and I got silencing arrow, ruby rings, and killer bow. And that's what that jump cut was. And this is what my inventory is.
Oh, I love
but
I love the Fat Chocobo theme. It's so good.
it is a nice theme. Either way, let's check out the infirmary, because there's just no way. No way. Oh my god, how? How? How?
What? Why
Not
are you
only-
alive? You got
not only-
literally blown to bits by a bomb you threw. I thought you were like
Not-
clinging on to it.
Not only did he get blown up by a bomb, he got blown up by a bomb hundreds of feet in the air. How
He
are
could have
you
fallen
alive?
Could have fallen into the lava. The magic of dwarf healing.
What?
Dwarves have very advanced medicine. I don't know, that's what I would attribute it to, because I have no freaking idea what it is either.
This made me raise an eyebrow even when I was a kid. Like, how the hell?
When I played, I was like, oh, cool,
Well,
he's still here.
Let's see.
Nice.
That's Rydia, Yang, Edward, and Cain, and now Sid, that have all died and then came back. Man, people are sloppy at dying in this.
Isn't that kind of a good thing? That or they're just completely immortal.
Or possibly sloppy writing.
That's a fair argument.
Because I hate this. I honestly don't like this moment too much because I feel as if the only reason they kept Sid alive was so they could do this upcoming scene and give you a way to do a certain thing we'll be doing in a moment.
Ba-ba-ba.
Having fun there, Edge? You look like you're asleep.
Interesting. I didn't know Edge knew how airships worked, though.
No, he flew one, so I guess it can't be that much.
Oh, I thought that was like, screw it, let's see how this goes, and then he just kind of did it.
But at the same time, though, you have a good point, because now that I think about it, Baron's the only one that should have airships. That's what they're known for. They're known for their air force. Now we can fly over anything. So basically, that entire thing was so that ship could fly over lava. Oh, no, there he goes. Or not. That's twice in as many parts, Sid.
Why did you play that joke on us with the "He Died" music?
Final Fantasy IV.
Good. See, you want to know why I like 9? 9 doesn't do that. When people die, they die.
If you
Especially
die in the
if
game,
you
die for real.
Good. Oh.
Oh, okay. Either way, with that weirdness, we're going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 11, well, I guess we'll be heading on over towards the sealed cave, but not before doing some little distractions first.
Ooh, my favorite part of the game.
See you guys then.